Well, you're here because you filled out a survey about a guy, and there's sobering news. His grade is D. With this guy, it's best to stay away. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He will work hard and put in a lot of effort, so he's not just talking, he really tries to make things happen. He likes order and doesn't leave things to chance. So you'll see him planning, organizing, and pushing himself to meet his goals. This means he can make strong progress, but sometimes loses steam if things don't go his way.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he's likely to feel it very deeply and may get upset or even angry. He tries hard, so setbacks hit him hard, and instead of bouncing back quickly, he might withdraw or avoid dealing with the problem for a while. So he leans more towards breaking down emotionally, not bouncing back quickly.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
People at work might respect his hard work and intelligence, but they may find it hard to truly like him. He works with a strong drive and high standards, but can sometimes come across as cold, blunt, or even a bit harsh. He doesn't sugarcoat things, and his patience runs out quickly in stressful situations.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you shine in your career, he might not openly celebrate your success, and he could feel uneasy inside. While he likes achievement and respects hard work, deep down he struggles with comparing himself to others and can get upset if he feels left behind. It's not that he wishes you harm, he just finds it hard when someone close to him is soaring higher.
What if you start earning more than him?
Yes, if you earn more than him, he's likely to feel insecure and might even quietly resent it. Instead of sharing your happiness or feeling proud, he could become withdrawn or irritable, avoiding the topic altogether. He may not say much, but you may sense a coldness or see him pull away emotionally.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He's usually careful with money and prefers things to be under control. He's the type to watch his spending, plan ahead, and avoid risky choices. You won't find him splurging on impulse or wasting money on things just for fun.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He lives within his means and would rather have things simple and under control than pretend to be richer than he is. You won't catch him showing off or spending to impress others. He prefers to be practical and careful. He won't fake a flashy lifestyle or take big risks just to look good in front of people.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He's more tight with both money and his mindset. He finds it hard to share freely, whether it's helping someone out or spending extra on small comforts for himself or others. When it comes to giving, he might question every rupee spent and expect others to be just as careful.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He's more likely to be secretive and controlling when it comes to money. He prefers to manage things on his own, sometimes leaving you out of important details or decisions. He might even get defensive if you bring up money matters, wanting to keep the control in his own hands.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He is likely to believe that housework should be done properly, but he may not feel it's his job to help out much. He wants the house to be neat and organized and can get fussy or critical if things aren't just right, but won't easily jump in to share the load. Fairness in sharing housework may not come naturally to him.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He's more likely to help by supervising rather than actually rolling up his sleeves and doing the chores or changing diapers himself. He wants everything done just so and may give advice or point out what needs to be cleaned or fixed. But when it's time to actually do the work, he might pull back and leave it to you.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He's more likely to argue to prove he's right than truly listen to your side. When there's a disagreement, he can get stuck on his own point of view and might cut you off or talk over you. It's hard for him to see things from another person's shoes. So, open hearted talks might feel rare.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he's likely to say hurtful things or raise his voice rather than staying calm and respectful. His temper can be sharp, and he may let out his frustration through harsh words, sarcasm, or blaming, sometimes without thinking about how much it hurts. Afterwards, he may not apologize quickly, so the pain can last.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, this is the kind of man who can get angry very quickly, sometimes over small things. If you've been brushing off his sharp temper or thinking it will change with time, that's something you shouldn't ignore. It's important not to make excuses for this pattern.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He finds it very hard to say sorry or take responsibility when things go wrong. Instead of owning up to his mistakes, he is more likely to blame you or find excuses for why it wasn't his fault. This can leave you feeling unheard and alone, as he doesn't easily admit when he's wrong.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He may struggle to fully respect your boundaries, especially when it comes to your comfort or your no. He can be pushy or try to talk you into changing your mind, not really understanding or caring about how you feel in the moment. If you say no or set a limit, he might get annoyed, sulk, or press the issue instead of stepping back and respecting your wishes. This can make you feel pressured or uneasy, as he doesn't easily accept when you set clear boundaries.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, this is the kind of man who often takes it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. He may act hurt, become moody, or withdraw, making you feel guilty or pressured for saying no. It's important to remember that your comfort matters just as much as his, and his reactions can make things hard for you.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
Sadly, you may not always be able to trust him to handle private moments with the care and respect you deserve. If there's an argument or he feels upset, he might bring up those private things to make a point, hurt you, or embarrass you instead of protecting your trust. Everyone deserves to feel safe and respected, especially in private matters.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is generally more focused on his own goals and routines than on chasing after other women. So, open cheating isn't his usual pattern. However, because he struggles with emotional closeness and often puts his own needs first, he might not give you the reassurance and loyalty you hope for in tough times. If he feels disconnected or upset at home, he could become distant or seek comfort elsewhere, even if not through a full blown affair.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
He isn't the type to be openly over possessive or always watching your every move. Instead of dramatic jealousy, he tends to keep his feelings bottled up and pulls away if he feels upset or threatened. This quiet distance can still make you feel alone in the relationship.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, for him, what might start out as protective often slips into controlling behavior. He wants things done his way and can be very particular about rules in the house, how you spend money, or who you spend time with. Over time, this can leave you feeling watched, restricted, and not truly free to be yourself.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He is likely to expect you to do most of the parenting work. While he might have strong opinions about how things should be handled, he won't easily pitch in with daily care, play, or emotional support. Instead, he'll leave the hands on responsibilities to you and step in mainly to give directions or corrections.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he is likely to lose his temper rather than stay calm. Small mistakes or emotional moments from the children can make him frustrated or angry very quickly. He might raise his voice, say harsh things, or act impatient, which can scare or upset the kids even more.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He's unlikely to truly support you as both a mother and your own person. While he may be okay with you taking care of home and kids, he might not appreciate or encourage your personal interests, independence, or career goals. He often expects you to put family duties first and might see your personal needs as less important.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, this is the kind of man who might seem supportive of your career at first, but could later expect you to step back or quit once children arrive. While he may say nice things about your work now, his main focus is on keeping things in order at home with clear roles and routines. After having a child, he's likely to push you, maybe gently, maybe more firmly, to put your job aside and take care of family first.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is more likely to act polite on the surface, but not show real warmth to your parents. He'll follow basic manners and do what's expected when they visit or during family events, but his feelings won't run deep. Warm hugs, open conversations, or making your parents feel truly special are not his strengths. He is more likely to expect your family to adjust to him rather than making real efforts to fit in with them.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he is more likely to make things worse than handle it calmly. He gets upset easily when faced with extra demands or drama and can lose his temper or become cold and distant. You may find that he adds to your stress rather than being your steady support.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he is the kind of man who might seem modern and supportive with you in private, but will expect you to act like a traditional supportive wife in front of his relatives. He may want you to dress, speak, and behave according to family customs, even if that's not your usual style. This can leave you feeling pressured to switch roles and hide your real self just to fit in and avoid conflict with his side of the family.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension with his family, he's more likely to stay out of it or quietly side with them rather than openly supporting you. He tends to avoid uncomfortable conversations and doesn't like standing up to his own family, so you may feel alone in dealing with the stress. This can leave you feeling unsupported and frustrated, especially when you need him most.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He is likely to have strong loyalty towards his mother and may act like a mummy's boy. When there's a conflict between you and his mother, he will usually avoid taking your side either by staying silent or quietly supporting her. He finds it hard to challenge her wishes or speak up for you if it means upsetting family harmony. This can leave you feeling sidelined and struggling to be heard, especially during important decisions or arguments.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he is the kind of man who is likely to share the details of your fights or private matters with his mother or sister. When there's a problem, instead of talking things through with you, he might look for advice or comfort from his family, sometimes telling them more than you'd feel comfortable with. This can make you feel exposed and betrayed as your private life becomes family gossip.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
Overall, based on all we know, this guy scores a D. I think it's just best to stay away. Being in a relationship with this man day in and day out often feels lonely and draining. You may find yourself working hard to keep everything in order while he stands back, points out mistakes, and rarely offers real warmth or teamwork.